It's arrogant, bastard, by, stone, brewing, company. It's a double. Enjoy. What's up, everybody? This is The Beer's Gone Bad.
With the beer flows like wine.
I am your host. He's
your host.
No, we are your host. Yeah, I'm your host. I'm Scott Van Book. This is my co-host, Pat.
I'm like Robin of the group. I'm Pat Tujin.
Which is kind of weird because I'm like Catwoman of the group.
Yeah, so we're like two like sub-heroes.
Yeah. So
None of us really excel at much.
Yeah, exactly. We're just kind of there. So, Pat, what are we drinking?
Guys, we're going to Stone. And I got this for my birthday from Mr. Scott himself. The Double Bastard Ale. Bastard Ale.
I think that one's from Eric, actually.
Boom.
I'm gonna do things a little differently with this shark. I'm gonna let the tail shine.
Tell your girl to take it easy.
Easy.
Tail open, I like it. We had the double, we had the Arrogant Bastard, and we had the oak barrel.
Reading glasses. Oh, that one's...
Arrogant Bastard.
The kiteboard, that one's gone.
Kind of into it.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Stone makes solid beers. Some might say solid as a rock. I might say solid as a stone.
10.5 ABV. Let me read you a little passage in the bottom
10.5?
10.5.
Nothing to sneeze at or shake a stick at.
Ye shall know the bastard, and the bastard shall set you free.
Or,
if you've seen here, it's the double bastard. They have one gargoyle in white and one in red.
sounds rough.
It is kind of cool. Scott, give me two things you know about Stone.
I know that they're located in North County.
Okay.
And that they use generally 3 hop varietals per beer.
Really? I did not know that, actually.
That was a question I asked when we were at Stone Brewery. That's how I know it, because I was curious.
That's good.
Huh. So there you go. I also know that they kick ass.
Why don't you name 2 Stone beers that we've done?
We've done we've done Vertical Epic, the Green Tea IPA, the Celeste Citricata, the Ruination, the
Cherry Chocolate Stout. We've got Arrogant Bastard.
Arrogant Bastard.
Oaked Arrogant Bastard.
Oaked Arrogant Bastard. Now we're about to do the Double Bastard. We haven't done their...
You're still missing one.
No. Just their regular IPA?
We have Levitation in the fridge.
We haven't done Levitation.
No, we haven't.
Levitation, did you know this? Levitation is a session IPA?
Really?
Yeah, it's 4.5%.
I did not know that.
And it still kicks you in the face with the tops.
Let's get the double bastard here.
Yeah.
Color, obviously, 1 Bud Light, 10 Rasputin. Ooh, it's got some sediment there. I like it. I love having these new lights. These new lights are so good. I'm with you on the 5.
It's got an amber color, but it's clear as can be.
Take a sip of that while I read this to you. On the back, they give you a warning label that tells you about this whole thing. Warning: Double Bastard Ale is not to be wasted on the tentative or the weak. Only the worthy are invited, and then only at your own risk. If you have even a modicum of hesitation, do not buy this bottle. Instead, leave it for a worthy soul who is already matriculated to the sublime ecstasy of those in the know, referred to as liquid arrogance. Man, they're throwing some curves at me in that thing. 2011 release, to be stored at 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Cellar temp, actually, I'm sorry.
I'm not crazy about it. It doesn't, on the nose, it doesn't smell that great to me. Which on the nose means nose. On the glass, doesn't smell that great.
It's kind of malty. It's got a lot of, like when you take that and you take a first sip of this thing though, like this has more hops to it. It's got a lot more hops going on.
Yeah, but for me, it's like it's not the Stone I'm grabbing off the shelf.
Really?
Yeah, definitely not. I liked the.
For what reason?
I'm not crazy about the flavor of it. And it's just like one of those things. Like maybe you like French toast, maybe you like pancakes,
But
maybe
why
you
though?
like waffles. It's just a matter of preference.
Is it bland? Is it too much? Is it not enough? Like,
yeah, I'm really just not crazy about the flavor. Like the hops are there, and that's not a problem. And it's not like it's crazy hopped or anything like that. And it's not like the malt in it is like I don't know. I'm just not crazy about the flavor.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one because I actually like this one. I like
It's
the way
awesome.
that it feels as you drink it. It's got a very like
It's got a good
velvety type.
mouthfeel.
Yeah, it's got a good mouthfeel to it. It's very kind of as you drink, it's very velvety. It's got a good kind of like feel to it.
But you know what? That's why we do these things.
But the bitterness though, like to me, like you're saying you don't like the flavor of it as you drink it.
I'm not talking about the bitterness.
I like the bitterness, but I also like the hops to it. Like the color of this thing's nice. This is something that I mean at 10.5. You're not going to get that really easy to drink kind of like, you know, kind of beer.
And that's not what I'm looking for. For 10.5%, this is a super like drinkable beer. It doesn't taste like 10.5%. You can't smell the alcohol in the nose, which you can really smell on
a lot
of beers. Yeah, especially like when they get darker. It's an awesome beer. It's well composed, I guess you would say. It's a good beer, and
one's not in your flavor.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never gonna say this is a bad beer, and I would never get in an argument with someone and be like, "You said it sucked. You gave it a 4."
I misunderstood you then. I actually this agrees with my palate. I enjoy this.
Yeah, and it's not.
This would be something for me to share between somebody. I don't know if I drink this whole thing myself, but if we were sitting down, maybe having a cigar or having it sounds super stupid, but a cheese plate or something like that. It would be nice to sit down with a small little taster of this and sip on it.
Yeah, it's
some smoked Gouda.
It's one of those
like
things that if I tasted in like a tasting, I would pass. I'd be like, cool, I'm glad I tried it. I'm glad I have my ounce of it, or 2 ounces, or however big they are. But I wouldn't fill my growler with it.
Hear me out. Would you think if we were smoking a nice little cigar to this kind of thing, would it help with this at all? The smokiness flavor kind of balance that kind of like really like velvety type mouthfeel?
It would go with the beer, but it's not the beer I would choose. It's just not. I just don't care for the flavor, and that's it. I just don't. It's like if you just don't like Trix, or you just don't like whatever. I don't know why I've been referencing cereal.
Cereal for some reason all night tonight.
But it's just not my cup of tea.
So on that idea, where are you gonna rate this at?
I think it's an awesome beer. It's not my favorite, but I'd at least give it a 6.
On your scale?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna give this guy an 8. I actually really like this thing. This thing has really nice flavor to it. I like the hoppiness in it. It's got a really bitter kind of flavor to it. It doesn't come across as super alcoholic.
I want to say that
great mouthfeel too.
I wouldn't argue with a 9. Like if you gave it a 9 and I gave it a 6, I wouldn't even be like, "Oh, really a 9?" I think it's a deserving beer. This is probably someone's absolute favorite beer.
What did I give it?
You gave it an 8.
Yeah, I'm solid 8. This is a great beer. I enjoy it. It feels really nice as you drink it. It's really easy. It's not something that what was funny is that I took home for my dad for Christmas. I took home Speedway Stout by AleSmith.
Mm-hmm.
A 12%, crazy chocolate stout.
Yeah.
To us, it's like, oh my god, we got a Speedway Stout. Right. Took it to my dad, my mom. They all thought it was cough syrup. Like they couldn't drink it. What?
I was gonna say that's the thing about beer. It's like if you like Miller High Life and you're like, I truly enjoy it. Every time I have a sip, I'm like, wow, this is my favorite beer. And you don't like any of the other beers, then it doesn't matter if it's craft or if it's
at all
or if it's anything. It just you drink what you like. And for me, this isn't it.
And that's cool, and that's why the only reason I brought that up is because something like this, it's not it's not something you drink all the time. But if you were in the right setting and you had the right kind of ambiance, this would be a great beer.
I gave it a 6, but I would not buy it again.
Okay, fair enough. I would buy it again, and I gave it an 8.
There it is.
This is why we do this, you guys. You've walked yourself into the experiment known as The Beer's Gone Bad, where Scott and I find out what craft beer is and what we like in it.
By the way, I don't know if you guys ever watch our little 2-minute clips on YouTube, but the reverse booyah has been my favorite saying ever.
Ayuba.
Ever. I almost just threw one out there, and I was like, no, let me preface it. Let me let everyone know.
No, throw a booyah out, though. Reverse it.
Ayuba booyah.
Dude, I think you should reverse, and I'll reverse it.
All right. Was it booyah? Ayuba.
Oh, I'm so reversing that.
Let's see it.
Make sure that you guys go online, push that like button on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Flickr. He's Scott. I'm Pat Tujan.
They actually have a it's okay button on Facebook now too, so just Yeah, it's kind of, there's a picture of a guy like this. It's alright.
It's the beer's gone bad. Go Stone.
Peace. Yeah.